how to pick fabric, okay? I have really outdone myself. I haven't done anything yet, and I've outdone myself. Love is no one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is running. So y'all, so JoAnn's literally had every single thing and then some. And your girls spent a pretty penny. I did save. I did have almost $200 in savings. So I'm just gonna say that I saved about $200. That's what the receipt said. So I still spent a pretty penny, but it could have been $200 more. That's all I got to say. But I think I found everything that I was looking for. And anything that I was looking for that maybe wasn't there, there was a really great alternative. So I'm very pleased with my selection. And actually what I would like to do is give you guys, I want to do a little haul. I want to give you guys a sneak peek of, I'm taking you guys on a journey, but I want to give you guys a sneak peek of the pieces, the fabric pieces that I picked up. And I also kind of want to just share. I don't mind being open and transparent. Again, this is not for sale. This is just for me. So I want to share with you the inspiration for the fabric choices, okay? Like what piece this was inspired by. So let's go ahead and get to this haul. Okay, so the first piece of fabric, I gotta set everything up, okay? And what you're probably gonna notice is the color scheme that I have for this collection is low-key the same color scheme that I have in my house. Your girl's I like what I like, okay? So I just want to put that out there. Don't talk about me, but I like what I like. Well, I'm gonna say this. I am a sucker for outerwear. I love fall. Like fall is actually one of my favorite seasons to design for because there's just so many options. There's so many things that you can do. I think with the summertime, because it's so hot, it's like you don't even want to really wear fabric, right? So designing for the summer is just, it's counterproductive. It just don't make sense to me because I don't want to wear clothes anyway. But the fall, there's just so much you can do with layering. I am a sucker for jackets. I'm a sucker for blazers, okay? Outer coats, trench coats, like listen, okay? And one thing, again, before I go into this, is that every single piece of fabric that I found had a lot of different colorways. So that's also exciting for me because everything I'm creating essentially is a sample, right? So I'm gonna create samples, test it out, but if I want to do these same samples and replicate them in additional colorways, I can easily do that with I was like, JoAnn's, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the first one. So first one, talking about coats, okay? I am obsessed. Yeah. So I'm gonna put up an inspo of these long trench coats with like funky patterns. What really inspired me, I knew I wanted to create a coat or a cardigan that had this exaggerated houndstooth print. Okay, last year, towards the end of last year, I started seeing, I didn't see it as like a lot, but when I saw it, it caught my eye, of this exaggerated houndstooth print of like a coat or a cardigan, and I was like, that is fire, I want that. Okay, and I remember JoAnn's had that. So when I went in the store, I did not see houndstooth, but I did see this wool plaid print, and I just fell in love with the color scheme because it went with my color palette that I was going for. Okay, so it's cream and like this caramel color, and it's just really nice. Like, you don't see a lot of people with coats like this, and you know, I'm really trying to create luxury pieces that seem expensive. Okay, so the coat that I'm gonna make like this, like, I'm really trying to strive for what are those coats that are between $500 and $1,000, like, and how, like, I want this to kind of fall into that price range if I were going to give it a price. So this is so cute, and I love that there was actually several different colorways. So this fall capsule collection, this is going to be about 6 to 10 pieces, but there's going to be options to create more coats before the year's over. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm excited. I'm just so, like, this is just so pretty. Like, the visions that I have for this fabric. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so the next two fabrics that I have are knit fabrics. Okay, so going into fall, I mean, knit is like the queen of fall when it comes to fabrics, right? There's so many different types of knit, but I specifically wanted a cable knit fabric so that I can make a dress and a top with it. Okay, the look that I was inspired by is by one of my favorite influencers, and actually I want to take it all the way back. Let me take it all the way back really quick, because the reason why I decided to do the capsule collection in the first place is because Amazon has been killing the game, in my perspective, when it comes to partnering with influencers for the Amazon The Drop collections. Okay, at this point in time, it's like everybody has the means to be their own designer, and every time one of my favorite influencers drops an Amazon collection, I'm just like, yo, like, Amazon, like, you know what I'm saying, mess with the real designers, you know what I'm saying? And not to you know, ain't no shade, but like, I'm like, yo, like, these influencers are dropping collections, like, I'm actually an actual designer, like, why can't I do my own drop? You know, not necessarily to partner with Amazon, but that was honestly the reason why I started to do this capsule collection, because I'm like, I could do the same thing and just design it myself. So anyway, that's the backstory of how I came up with this capsule collection idea. But cable knit is that girl when it comes to fall. So one of my favorite influencers, I believe this was last year, or it might have been early this year, posted this really beautiful cable knit dress. It had puffy sleeves, it was a turtleneck, it was like a midi dress, and it had like these puff balls on it, and I was just like, girl, that dress shut down Instagram that day. Okay, I was like, where is this dress? Where can I get it? I fell in love with it. And so that is my inspiration for the dress that I'm gonna make for myself, because I really loved it that much. So I was really looking for a cream cable knit fabric at JoAnn's, and they had it in different colors. I was a little nervous because I didn't see that first, but they actually had it in different colors. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna bring it up so you guys can see the I don't know if you guys can see pattern, but it is cable knit, and I think I'm still going to doctor and customize it and add some little embellishments to make it, I don't know, you know, if I do fringe or if I do little puff balls or whatever, but I think from a foundation piece, like this is exactly what I was looking for. It's stretchy, it's warm, like it's going to do the job that I needed to do. But you know, my plan again is to take it up a notch and add some embellishments to really make it a little bit more customized and, you know, make it look good. So this is, and again, this is cream, so it still matches with kind of like my color scheme, which is cream, caramel, and black. Okay, that's the color scheme. Just look at my my picture right there. I have, from a knit standpoint as well, is also this. So this is more of a straight, this is just like a vertical knit material, so you can't really see it, but it's just like lines all the way down. It's still knit, but the reason why I wanted this is because I wanted the pieces I'm gonna create, I think I want to mix the two fabrics together. So the original cable knit and then this vertical cable knit, I want to mix the two fabrics together, but also I plan to use this fabric as like elastic if I decide to do a turtleneck, or if I decide to do like an elastic band. This is the fabric that's going to be used for that. So I'm going to be mixing these two fabrics. We'll see how it comes out, but that's the plan. So that's why I got both of these. And again, I will be making a top and also a dress out of these knit fabrics. So the next thing that I got is this beautiful, it's almost like a silk satin chiffon. I actually don't know what color this is, but it's like a ribbed flowy, yeah, I saw the fabric, but I forgot like what it really was. But it's like a just look at it, just, you know, it's like a knit, like flowy. It's really pretty. It's really pretty material. It's like a cream material, okay? And when I saw this, it reminded me of, I think it's Pretty Little Thing, that has these sets, these pant sets with the shirt, but it's very like flowy, and I'm gonna insert a picture, but it's very like flowy and just like effortless and easy and chic and sophisticated. And I've always wanted these. I just never pulled the plug to buy them for whatever reason. So I'm like, you know what? When I saw this was not a part of my mood board. I mean, it was for like a later date, but when I saw it, I was like, it was 50% off. So I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this in the cart. You know what I'm saying? So wanted to add a little bit of color, okay? And so originally I was looking for a caramel, like leather or faux leather material, so that I wanted to make a pants and blazer set, right? Went to JoAnn's. I did not see caramel color leather, right? But I did see caramel color suede, and I was like, like I actually don't think I have anything suede in my closet, but this is really the color of this is so pretty. It's so pretty, okay? This with the cream, with the coat, you know what I mean? Like, it's so pretty. It feels really nice. It's given luxury. It's given expensive, okay? And that's the vibe. Like, I'm really trying to create this luxury lifestyle for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the vibe that we're on. So I saw this, fell in love with this, and was like, you know what? I actually like this better than the leather, because I do have some caramel leather pieces in my closet already. So this just kind of expands the palette, and it's slightly it's lighter than I think the other leather pieces that I have or maybe more so on the brown side versus like this bright caramel mocha color. So super excited that I found this. So I will be making a pants. I will be making pants and I will be making a blazer out of this. So I want it to be a set, but also obviously you can wear it separate. But what I like about this is I feel like it goes perfectly with like this cable knit. So I'm gonna be making a top out of this, but then it also goes perfect with this as well. So if this is like my outer coat and then I have my pants that I'm wearing with this, like it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I love this. And I love this. I really like this. Like guys, I know how to pick fabric, okay? I have really outdone myself. I haven't done anything yet and I've outdone myself. So okay, so last but not least, guys, so we have our wool fabric, we have our cable knit fabric, we have our suede fabric, we have a little bit of shimmery satin silk. I don't know what that fabric was, but you know what I mean. We have our, you know, sexy fabric. What we're missing now is leather. Okay, leather is such a staple when it comes to fall, and so I would be remiss if I did not pick up some leather. So I actually did pick up some black leather, and I was very strategic about the type of leather that I got. I wanted to make sure it wasn't super stiff, because there's different types of leather that is just so stiff you can't do anything with. There's no shape, but this is like light enough and it has some stretch. So I plan to make some black leather shorts out of this, because I've always wanted a pair of black leather shorts, don't have it. Okay, I think that's so cute for the fall. But also what I really want, what I've always wanted, never pulled the plug to get it, was I want an extra long black leather trench coat. It's a vibe. I'm gonna put up pictures. Every time I see these trench coats, I'm just like, it's just, there's a level of like sophistication that comes along with it. So I thought it would be fun to make my own. So so that's what we got. Okay, so this is the color palette. We have caramel, we got cream, we got black leather, but also it's really about the textures. There's a lot of different textures here, and so I put up inspirations of the vibes that I'm looking for, but what I'm about to do is push it, right? So it's like, yes, I have the mood board. Now that I have the fabric, now the next portion of this is actually for me to do some sort of sketches to really like identify the details of each look, okay? Because I want this to feel, I want each piece to feel like designer. I want each piece to feel special, while, you know, there's a start or inspiration for each piece. I want to push the envelope just a little bit, just to see, okay, how can I make this different than the piece that inspired me to make this in the first place? You know what I'm saying? So that is the next step. And so I'm going to take you guys on a journey of how I get into this mode of actually designing my pieces and sketching. So stay tuned for the next video as we go into sketches.